Now question 29th. In question number 29th, vector b is given on xy plane, that is 4i plus 3j, and there is another vector is given, that is c vector, and it is mentioned that both are in xy plane. Now this vector c is perpendicular to vector b. They are perpendicular vectors, and now there's another set of vectors given, that is ri, where I varies from 1 2 3 4 goes on, and this ri vector has projections 1 and 2 along b and c. So if suppose these are two perpendicular vectors b and c, ri is in such a way that it has a projection of one unit along b and projection of 2 units along c. So we need to find sigma mod of ri square, I equal to 1 to the possible values I can take, right? Let's say n, but the possible values of ri, and we'll see by symmetry we can see there will be 4 possible values of ri. Projection can be between b and c like this, it can be between b and c like this, it can be like this, it can be like this. And when we say projection, it means it is projection length, it has to be positive. So general by inspection we can observe that we'll have 4 values of vector ri, because between b and c on a 2-dimensional plane we can draw 4 vectors having projections 1 and 2 along b and c. Let's see this mathematically also. Now first of all let's find vector c. Vector c is perpendicular to b, so to find perpendicular vector we can interchange the components of I and j and bring a negative sign in between. So it is lambda times 3i minus 4j. If you take dot of the two, it is 0. So this vector is a perpendicular vector to b, but we need to let's find unit vector. So unit vector will come out to be 1 by 5 3i cap minus 4j cap. Unit vector b cap is 1 by 5 4i cap, plus 3j cap. Now vector ri, it has projection of 1 and 2 along b and c, so it is plus minus 1b, plus minus because projection can be negative also. Projection length is positive, but b can be like b can be like this, or b can be like this, plus minus 2c cap. So you can see with the plus minus sign you can see we can have 4 values of ri. Let's say r1 is p cap plus 2c cap, r2 is minus p cap minus 2c cap, r3 is minus p cap plus 2c cap, r4 is, all these are vectors, b cap minus 2c cap. Now if you replace the values of b and c, we'll get r1 r2 r3 r4. We replace, let's find r1 is b is 1 by 5, we can take it out, 3i cap plus b is 4i cap plus 3j cap plus 3i cap minus 4j cap. So this is equals to 1 by 5 7i cap minus j cap. Mod of r1 is 1 by 25, 1 by it's like root 50 by 5, that is 5 root 2 mod, let's take the square of this. Square of this is, denominator is 25, numerator is 50, value is 2. Find r2, and if we just see r2 vector, The only minus sign is outside. Minus 1 by 5. Yes. 7 I cap minus j cap. So it will be mod of r2 square is again same 2. Now r3 is minus b. So minus 4 I cap minus 3j cap plus 2c. 6 I cap minus 8j cap. So it is 1 by 5 2 I cap minus 11j cap. Mod r3 square is 1 by 25 into 4 plus 121. 125 by 25, that is 5. Similarly r4 mod square will come out to be same, because the difference of minus sign is there, it will come out to be same 5. Now if we just take the sigma of ri mod square, I from 1 to 4 is 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus 5, so it is 14. I think I have done a mistake here, because answer is not matching. See, the mistake I have done here is finding r1 I have not multiplied this with 2, so this will become 6 and this will become 8, so it becomes 10 I cap and minus 7, right, 2 times of this b plus 2c, so 2 times of this 10 I cap and minus this, so it is minus 5 j cap. So when we take square and add, this is 125, so this is also 5, and same is true with r2. It will come out to be 10 I cap and this is minus 5 j cap, this is also 5, and r3 is fine. R3 is fine, I have multiplied with 2, so the sum of the 4 is not 14, because each is equal to 5, so it is 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, that is 20, and this is C choice.